My name is Callum. At the time this story takes place, I was living at home with my mum and dad. But our home was about to be flooded and we would have to leave. It was very hard for me. Let me show you what it was like. We opened the door to see what was happening and there was all this water. We stayed in for a little bit, then it went up more, and then it went to the top step and Dad said, "We need to go now." When I say now, I mean now.
This is a very scary moment for Callum. How would you help him?
We live in a ground floor flat. We tried to save stuff, putting things on the table and chairs and on my bunk bed because we didn't want to lose anything. But we hadn't had much time.
Callum's home and many of his things have been ruined. How would you help him?
We went to Grandma's, but I was sick and throwing up. I think I'd swallowed some of the flood water when my dad carried me out of the house. Luckily, I had my own room at Grandma's, but I could barely move in it. Every night I couldn't get to sleep because I was so scared of all the stuff falling down on me. All my stuff, Mum's stuff, everything from the kitchen. I don't like it. Mum!
Callum is squashed in a room full of bags and boxes and is having nightmares. How would you help him?
I used to like walking to school with my friend, but now I moved away. I had to get the bus. It cost £1.25 each way, and I had to remember to keep the money at school for the journey home. I couldn't stand it on the bus on my own. Everyone was really loud, and in the summer it got really hot and I was sweating. I felt like I couldn't do this.
Things are really strange for Callum now he's living away from home. How would you help him?
We lived with Grandma for 8 months, so it was loads of fun finally moving back home. The flat was done up really nice, and it was like going down memory lane, opening all the boxes again and remembering your toys.
Callum wants to settle back safely into his home with his things. How would you help him now?
Our street was like a ghost town. All the houses were empty because most of the people hadn't moved back yet. There were workmen in people's houses. I didn't like them. They acted like they couldn't be bothered and kept throwing stuff down the drains. I get scared every time it rains and the drains are blocked up with rubbish. I know Mum and Grandad get scared too. What if it floods again?
Callum can see things that are not right in his street and he knows it might flood again. How would you help him? Callum shared his flood story with researchers who wanted to learn about children's experiences of flooding and hear their ideas about what we can all do to be better prepared for floods.
As part of this project, we created flood manifestos. That's where you tell people what you think needs to change. We spoke about our experiences at conferences and other events, and we even took our manifestos to Parliament. I took part in the project because I was in the middle of the floods, so I wanted to tell my story. I didn't want to be one of those people that was not going to be heard. I wanted to be heard. Now you've heard my story, what can you do to be better prepared for flooding?